Okay, so but I just thought it'd be fun to hear from you if they would allow 3 people in the debate, and the person would, and the question posed would be, and you, Mr. and Mrs. Abraham, what would be your proposal to alleviate the current financial crisis, worldwide crisis?
Chill out and go to work.
That's it?
Focus upon the things that are important to you and figure out how to satisfy the details of your life. And stop looking to someone else to solve it and figure out how to bring yourself into balance. And turn off things like this debate.
Of EFT addressing the belief or the perception that it's not your rightful place to be successful. I want you to repeat this phrase. Say, it's my rightful place to be successful. Does that feel true? Or is there a part of you that resists and says, it's not really. I wish it was, but it's not. How about the phrase, it's not my rightful place to be successful? Does that seem to be more in harmony with your gut response? It's very common for people to have the perception that it's not my rightful place to be successful. Given their life's experience, their family background, whatever, they've settled for the belief that success is for somebody else. Somebody higher, somebody better, somebody on the platform or on the stage, somebody that's in the millionaire club, whatever it is.
And he was not well. He was watching them. And there were pendulum clocks, and 2 of the clocks were swinging like this, exactly opposite to each other, repeatedly. And they never got out of phase. He thought, well, they must be running at nearly the same rate, so I'll watch them, and after a while they'll start doing, a little bit different to each other. But it never happened. They kept staying together, so he tried messing it up, but after a while it always came back together again. So he understood that something was going on, but he didn't understand what it was. And later on, this has come to be known as resonance, that something will follow even a tiny little signal. The signal was that
life itself through this gift of love. Let us not forget, dear ones, that we are this love made manifest in form, as experience occurring within consciousness. You, dear ones, are this love. Honor this, and find this love within your heart. For this love knows no boundaries. This love knows no limitations. This love, dear ones, wishes to move through you unconditionally, without restriction, without judgment.
You know how some people at the end of the day like to have a bit of a nightcap? Well, tonight we're going to have a night tap. EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. If you want to know more about it, you can go to my website, www.bradyates.net. Find out about the history, more details about how to do it. But for tonight, just follow along, do what I do, say what I say, and have fun. Now, the thing about EFT is that while we're always going through positive change, depending on where you're at, sometimes the road can be a little bumpy. So, if you choose to tap along with me right now, you must do so at your own risk. You have to take complete responsibility for your own well-being. And if you don't feel confident making that judgment call, then consult your doctor before you tap. And with that being said, tap in the side of the hand. I choose to have a great night.
feel like you're not good enough, please tap along with me and can really help you understand that it's just an energy blockage that makes you feel like that. There's no truth in it whatsoever. Okay, just notice how true it does feel for you right now. Are you not good enough? Where 10 means it's completely true. I'm not good enough. 10 out of 10 is absolutely true. Just give yourself a score now and notice what that is. Now I want you to focus even more on that thought, I'm not good enough. Is it particularly associated with anything such as your image, your voice, your job, anything to do with your relationship, anything at all that makes you feel you're not good enough, or is it just a general feeling? Just notice, whatever it is, that's just fine.
At the end of the day, when the dust settles, there's nothing in the world that can ever hold you back from your dreams. If you follow your soul, living your life as an art, not artificial. Taking control of your mind, or where you're letting it go. And even though already you're incredible, that's when you break from your fear that you'll be reborn. There's thought behind the thoughts that you don't control. Now you're caught, or do you plot out how to break the mold? See, everything's fixable, nothing's truly broken. It's just a perspective that we need to focus. You see, fear really only exists in the mind. It's not a tangible thing outside of us. And with this in mind, we quickly realize that through our thoughts, we can overcome it. Never be afraid.
A big ship to come down. It really wasn't about that. If there's anything I've learned over the last couple of weeks, it's about a coming together of the masses, opening their hearts, and not being empowered by anything outside of them, but having an internal awakening of their own power and realizing that, do you know what, I do have a choice. And I was choosing to be fearful because of what my attention was on. And when I was distracted and switched that, for that moment in time, I felt wonderful. And the amount of people that have emailed me and said, you know what, even though all this has happened, I still feel wonderful. I'm still feeling that my vibration has risen and I'm seeing things in a different way. And I'm saying that is amazing. There's a few people that have posted some negative comments, but when people are hurting, they fire those emotional arrows at others. They blame others because they just can't, they become overwhelmed and they can't quite, you know, this was a get out of jail card for them. This was, okay, the little green men are going to come and again fit that switch and everything's going to be fine. And for them, it was very, very overwhelming. But even those people are now emailing me saying, at first I felt very low, but looking at the overwhelming level of support, which I'm grateful for,